Welcome back, everybody, for episode 8 of our great journey into the court. I was trying to pause the game, and I clicked into the first thing here, and this is the first thing that came up. Nothing else has happened, so we'll let the judge take it from here.
All right. Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom?
Ha! A judicial assistant, and a woman, no less. A Japanese one? not even British? The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
Yes, I fully understand. I asked for only 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
You're too late, little girl. This one's being sent to the Shadow Realm.
5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more.
I will not suffer a woman in this courtroom.
Oof. Your Excellency.
I am most grateful.
Oh, she's over here now.
Yep, we got 3.
We stacked.
Who exactly are you?
I'm sorry, there's no time. Please simply accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something?
It's got something written on
in
it.
English? I can't read that. Throw this away. I can't read it.
It's Giselle Brett's research.
The English
She
woman's?
was researching how to murder.
How to train a swan to murder without leaving a trace.
A swan.
Still you, Terry.
Oh, after the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper.
I borrowed it. It should be facility, right? Like the medical facility. Faculty is like a people.
Medical faculty.
Whatever. Still you, Terry. You're talking to yourself.
Oh yes. No. Oh yes. That's right. Mrs. Brett was the professor, wasn't she?
Jesus Christ.
So does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know.
Yeah, I don't speak English.
It has everything to do with the case.
I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself.
Oh, of course not.
Special characteristics of cure air and its effect on human subjects. Interesting.
Curer? What's that? I've never even heard that word before.
Am I an idiot?
Am I stupid? Time's up.
Impossible.
Impossible. I know every word. The persecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
There was little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover.
I thought she said she didn't fucking read it. Oh, she doesn't know how it pertains to the court. That's right.
Yeah.
I think it could be valuable. Please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful. Thank you. All right.
Goodbye then, and good luck.
He's out.
You know, instant transmission.
You've had long enough, counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. Let's take a look at the record.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this evidence. Take a look at the evidence. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Route of entry: the above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart.
She blowpiped the dude.
Practical applications.
She
Due to
piped
its
this
ability-
dude in the restaurant?
Yo!
Chill out, girl.
Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest could cause, as a result of the full body paralysis, must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation.
My God.
Oh. I wonder if she went in and tried to use it as his anesthetic.
It is believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. All right, let's keep going.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
I asked the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? Presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This one is really our very last chance.
Yeah, no, I get that. Our third time's the charm. Your Excellency, the defense does not have new evidence.
It does have evidence.
You sure?
No. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior.
Jesus.
Well, Miss Brett.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Gotta crank it up to the next register.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer.
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not very long until tea time. We'll have to politely decline.
Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order.
Said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense. No
Neither does
speaking
English.
Japanese.
Wow.
I didn't say it, she said it.
This is true, I heard her. She said it.
My apologies, dear lady. So, counsel,
He looks like the type.
what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention?
This one, sir. Whoop.
Yes!
Miss Giselle Brett, we understand that you were studying under Dr. Wilson at the Yume University, doing research. Research. Just- Research, by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison? What?
Poison? Where are you going with this, counsel?
What are you getting at? A toxin known as Curare, Your Excellency. Your radiance, your beautifulness. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
What? What a complete and utter nonsense! You say? I've never even heard of it, and I know many French words.
I know many poisons. You wouldn't have done.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't have done. I mean, you wouldn't have heard of Curare before for one very simple reason. You're an idiot. It doesn't exist in our country.
It doesn't exist.
Metal
I
Gear.
made it up.
I just made it up. Correct, which means no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify Curare. Curare. Why? I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Tell
Google.
to pronounce it.
Yeah, Google, hit me up.
Curare.
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 You ain't never heard of this Curare before. It's the next step in the Camaro.
What?
Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. Ah! Look at Kizimo back there.
Order! 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 Council, does this deadly poison truly exist?
According to this report, authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used in the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. Seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To lace their arrows?
The report states that it's produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle.
Dungeon.
Dungle.
The
And it was
dungle.
first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. Claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Trumpery. These
Aspersions?
These
aspersions.
aspartanes.
These aspartanes are utterly trumpery. To start with, the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison. He would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and other diners would have surely noticed. Didn't we just tell you that it was
That's true.
instant?
What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that.
I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't even notice the professor being in any kind of pain. I didn't even notice that he was dead.
According to this, however, it's the other way around.
Bum bum bum. What do you mean the other way around?
Why are we like this?
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that the curare was used.
Explain yourself, Counsel.
The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move.
I think it's what it says here.
Even if they were in total agony, there'd be no visible signs of pain at all.
How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse to the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed.
But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death?
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration?
That's when you breathe, idiot. In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation.
Damn, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
That's hideous.
To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was sleeping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison.
Damn. That poor
And
man
nobody
died
got
like
anything to
that?
say.
'Cause that shit sounds awful.
Yeah.
And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
This is all very convenient, isn't it?
Hitherto.
Yes, I don't know why I couldn't get past just hit.
Hitherto.
Yeah, a hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense.
If I may,
All these
can explain
facts.
everything.
You think you're so? Oh.
It's you who must be taught.
Of course. Dear lady!
Simp.
So, this is how Japanese behave, is it?
God, she's
She's a bad person. What?
You steal another's honest hard work, then announce the results as if you discovered them. I figured out what the poison does.
I used it on the man. I proved it works. I'm the murderer. And you're in here trying to take credit for me.
I'm bold. What a lousome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual. I got her.
Nice, dude.
You see that right now?
Yeah, he does get
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime. That's really a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree? Bam!
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
The masters of poison.
You can't disobey them. They'll poison you. What's so funny? Did I tell a joke?
Excuse me. Your Excellency.
Oh, it gets worse, show. Yes, Miss Brett.
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Well, yes, I don't see
She's
why
gonna
not?
drink it. They'll do it. All right, dude. Really undercover, aren't you?
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Sorry.
To an English woman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, honestly. Really.
Honestly,
I'm gonna
really.
drink this.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm out of here. But I'm getting bored of it all. It's time for these games to end.
Maybe she put it inside of his glass, not inside of the bottle, and then took his glass that had traces of the poison in it and left hers that was clean. That's
Could
why
be.
she was gonna take it.
Cheers.
What are you doing? That's water.
That was my water.
I was gonna drink that.
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
Erica's like, she gonna die?
Do we give it a moment?
Goodness. Whatever is the matter, you all look quite stunned.
So, no curari. Damn, I was hoping to see her die. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy, but of course that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind.
Grr.
Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett.
See,
Surely you was my beauty. I would like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Ah, yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given.
Oh, come
Oh,
on,
Jesus.
dude. Come on.
this doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle.
I was banking on it.
So how? How did she?
You don't have to put it in the bottle.
How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? Maybe there's a half-life on the poison.
Maybe.
I don't understand it.
Well, suppose if there's nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London, where I'm from.
In case you didn't know.
There has to have been some poison in that bottle. Doesn't there? But there can't have been. Because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. The swan is protecting her. It's giving her powers. It's all coming back again. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water. She could have just put it. Where'd the gunshot come from?
It has
Oh.
poison.
A lot of open
It's
questions.
gotta have poison.
I think it has poison, but the poison wore off because it had been enough time.
You just poisoned yourself! The culprit put curare poison in Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position.
You're serious?
Fool, are you blind? There's a possible way that bottle could have contained poison. I mean, we just saw Miss Brett drinking the water from it.
That's right, which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained. How? Exactly? I need to think through all the things that I don't quite up out of here. One by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence. Ooh, we have it in the court record, so it has to be.
Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim, then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed? It would be in her report, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The report that
Poison?
we got, yeah.
Hunters the region have used the nation's time, catching instant
When poison enters the body through a wound.
And she drank it, so that's not
Drank
really
it.
a wound, right?
Right.
All
Yeah.
right.
It didn't enter her bloodstream, it entered her stomach where the stomach acid broke it down.
Harry,
Booker.
you scientist.
So,
Present it.
right. I'm just trying to piece it together before it gets brought out. So did she... I still feel like maybe... Oh, no, fuck. If she did it during the anesthesia part, he would have been dead before then.
Oh, he had a tooth pulled.
Yeah. Oh, so when he drank it, it entered his tooth. Like where the wound was for his tooth.
Wound.
Uh-oh, shit. Yes! Booker! The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report. That's not a valid explanation! No? Oh, shit.
Oh.
After all, we don't speak English! Therefore, this is insignificant. The impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency. Yeah, I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just trying to show the notes. Oh, jeez.
I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. You will direct us to the pertinent section, counsel.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yep.
Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle?
Oh, shit.
It would be under special
Yeah,
characteristics,
I think so. I didn't pay attention to the top of
That's
the
page 2.
special character. Yeah, right here.
Yep.
We've been hearing a lot about this curare poison. And it's left me curious about something.
Oh, counsel?
Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting?
So we've been led to believe, yes.
And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point, please. But if they were to use those laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
good point.
So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison? As I'm
Good gracious, counsel.
just thinking
My
about this out
God.
loud.
That would be madness.
But I actually found the answers to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound?
Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense.
Sorry. Yes, the mention of the particular
I'm sorry,
detail.
am I boring you?
I was drinking some water. And it seemed to be strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew curare's special characteristics, and you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself.
You meddling little.
Oh boy.
Ah, it's alive! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it was the swan! Oh my gosh.
Christ.
Well, Renosuke, it turns out you were right about the swan. You're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be.
Really? Me? A lawyer? A bird lawyer? All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure, but I fail to see how it possibly...
So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book that I wrote. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
What are you getting at?
I could read.
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish? I guess I'm in school.
Flaw?
As even your brain has managed to deduce, curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus.
Yeah, I knew that. Gastric suck. What did she say?
Lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk. The professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
That's right.
I It's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand now.
But if you look at his tooth...
The logic holds. Even if the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way.
Are you trying to suggest?
Yes, this curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial.
Oh, is it?
That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
Ooh.
Bullet time.
There it is.
Ryunosuke pulls out his gun. What is
Having
this?
an out-of-body experience looking at that swan.
Welling up inside of me. An unbelievable hatred towards swans. I've never felt like this before. It's some sort of conviction to break down all discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. Am I the Hulk? And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
All right.
Shit.
Well, we're gonna figure out what that is next time, I guess. Oh, or not.
Objection!
Oh shit! You got his objection out.
I don't think so, Miss Jezebel Britt.
Got her.
How dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well that there is no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Booker!
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. And we're gonna
damn.
do that
Yeah,
next time?
Okay, we can do that. I keep clicking the options thing. That's why it keeps going to this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just, it seems like we're so close to finishing this one up. You know?
Yeah, I think the next one, we're gonna wrap this case up.
Okay. Awesome. All right. We'll see you guys for the next episode.
See ya.
Bye.